Oh shit. That's good, Jeezy. We fired up. Hello, please. There's a problemo. Bam. Hit that enter. Hatake season 3 no jutsu. Jeezy, where you at, bro? Oh, I think another dab if you're gonna just yell on me like that, bro. What's going on here? Hello?
Yo,
Yeah.
there's Thai food in my car if you wanna go, if you wanna get
Okay, bye. Type. Alright, chat. My brother just bought me some Thai food. You know what that means for me. I'm out of here real quick. I'll be right back. Let me switch it over to. Oh, shit. The be right back screen. Oh, no, I have it here somewhere. Hold on, cat. Vintage. Pause. Oh shit, I still haven't set up the streamer name and shit. Oh, I did Pinky Ring. Pinky Ring _7. Oh shit, right. Oh my god. It's called temperature control dabbing. Guzman. Hey, don't fuck with Guzman, bruh. Twitch chat no jutsu. Pinky ring _7 cup. Annie pause. Jutsu. And Simple Kakashi stream. Jeezy is 30 minutes knee deep, but has not invited me. What is going on? Ben, you fucking cuck. Don't you ever dare turn your back on me, Ben. Or I'll back that ass up on your ass. Or I'll back it up on your asshole. Grind on you so hard, your dick might fall out. Make sure that you do it for me. Fucking shit. GZ. Atake GZ. Full power no jutsu. Full power GZ. Apex. I'm trying to slide on your girl in Apex. Bye. Concurrent reviews. PhD Clapper TTV. PhD Clapper TTV. Live stream. Full power. Ah, 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 ah. Yo. PhD Clapper. PhD Clapper TTV. Explosion no jutsu. Hit. Jay-Z! Jay-Z! Oh, motherfucker. Oh. He left me like a stray dog. That son of a bitch. Fuck's his girlfriend.
At the supernatural, we call them ghosts. And this really happened. So the legend goes. Come on, Dad. You don't honestly believe that story's true? Yeah, I do. Come on, let's head back to the house. Let's go. Shake a leg. Those things used to freak the hell out of your mother. Lower? Yeah, we'll get a couple more before everything settles down. We start to pick up too. Dad, let's just get to the house. Make sure nothing got damaged.
Kakashi. Hatake Kakashi. So I built a beast. I just need to add another GPU. Like that fucking big Navi sex. 50% more power. I will be able to fly. Oh my god, push. Push. Simple. Approaching docking sequence jutsu. It's the Federation! It's the Federation! Yo, these cucks are the Federation, brah. I'm Anthony Cut. Yeah, I'm Anthony. Anthony, you think you're hella good at this game? Okay, GZ. Yo, you cook. It doesn't matter, Dawson. Your system will never be as complicated as my system. Late night streaming session. Simple. He don't have reach. Get out of here. What?
But you have open experience. When are you moving to Texas?
The end of the month.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm out of here. This place is
That's
gonna
crazy.
blow up. This place is gonna sink. Watch. As soon as I leave. Boom. I just thought it's fucking, this place is crazy. The lockdown still exists, right? The homelessness is completely out of control. There's the overpopulation is out of control. The way they're handling this is so bad. I'm just upset with the federal government's handling of this. There's so many people that are just financially, they're so fucked right now. And I think people should be, I don't want to say people should be held accountable for, but I think people should make decisions based on the way the place that they live is handling this really difficult problem. And the solution they've come up with in California is to jack up taxes. So the most recent solution was to jack up taxes to 54%. I'm like, you guys are out of your fucking mind. Retroactively, back to January.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was a proposal. It's crazy. It's not going to fix it. They're bankrupt. This state is bankrupt because they're incompetent. They're not going to become competent if you give them more money. You know, it's just they've managed the money that they got very poorly. They already have high taxes. There's a 13.5% state income tax here in California, and the place is still fucked up. It's like this is a very telling and dangerous time in a lot of ways. It's very challenging, and it exposes a lot of things. And one of the things it exposes is I don't particularly like the way things are run here, and I don't like being in a place that has such a high population either. I think there's a real problem with living somewhere that has 20 million people plus, 40 million in the whole state. It's so crazy. There's so many people there. And the only thing that was really keeping me around was the Comedy Store and my friends. And a lot of my friends are bailing. A lot. I mean, there's a
Where are they going?
all over the place. My friend Joey's moved to New Jersey. Theo Vaughn is moving. I think he's moving to Nashville. A lot of my friends are talking about Texas. People are just bailing. There's a mass exodus out of California right now.
That's crazy, because I was actually planning to move to LA eventually. So now that you're going, I was going to say the next time I'm in town, I'll come say hi, but you're going to be gone.
Well, maybe I'll be here every now and then. You know, I look, once things are back to normal, whatever normal's going to be, I'll be happy to come in every now and then. We're going to keep this studio for a while. I'll come to the Comedy Store and still do shows there. I miss all my friends that work there and that perform there. So I'm sure I'll be in town at least a few times a year. But I just want to change too. You know, I think there's other places to live. I want to live in a place where it rains. You know, that's another thing. It's very unhealthy living in a place where it's always sunny. I think it gives you a really delusional perspective.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful for you because you come from Toronto. It's 55,000 degrees below zero.
Well, it's not snowing every day, counter to what people think. We do actually have summer and sunshine sometimes.
Of course you do. I love Toronto. But the thing is, like, when people come from somewhere like that and you come to LA and it's sunny all the time, like, this is amazing. But after a while, it's like, it gives you a distorted view of nature, you know, and I think that's one of the reasons why people in LA are so delusional. They very rarely have to deal with actual nature. I always felt like there was something real humbling about growing up in Boston, because it got so goddamn cold and it snowed so much that you just knew, like, there were certain point in times where you had to submit to nature. You had to huddle in, there's 2 feet of snow outside, you just stayed home. You just, you know, hung out with the family, you played games, you did what you had to do, no one's going anywhere. The roads are shut down, they have to plow, it takes days. And there's something about that, just understanding that sometimes you have to be at the beck and call and the will of nature. That doesn't exist in California. Every 20 years or so we get a wake-up call, the earth shakes and buildings fall down, you go, fuck, I gotta get out of here. And then people move out. And then a couple years later they forget, and a bunch of people move in, and then it gets overcrowded again. But this is like one of the first years, I think, where California didn't grow. And that's very strange, because every year California's population just keeps growing and growing and growing. And they're saying this is one of the very first years in recent memory where it's not growing. So many people are leaving that it's actually not growing. Change is good. And we're live. What's up, dude? How are you?
Good, John. How are you?
Very good. Good to see you. For folks who don't know the story, this is your second stimulus check update and your stimulus package update as of Wednesday, August 5th. The good news is that progress is being made on the next stimulus package. The politicians, they're aiming to come to an agreement this week so that they can pass the stimulus package next week. It is true that the Senate, they are scheduled to go on vacation at the end of this week for 31 days. However, the senators, they are being told that they need to hold session next week and continue working until the stimulus package passes. The progress in the negotiations between Republicans and Democrats, they're going well, so President Trump is backing down on issuing those executive orders to halt evictions and to stop the payroll taxes. This is your Wednesday news, and I hope you're having a great day. One of the top Republican senators, John Cornyn, told reporters that the Senate will be in session next week if the stimulus package does not pass this week. Senator Cornyn said, "How do you think it looks for us senators to be back home when this is unresolved? This is the most important thing we need to be doing." Senators, they are expected to be working next week, but this is not official because Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has not announced an official schedule change, which has the vacation. Represented by Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, said that the Trump administration gave into more of the Democrats' demands than the Democrats gave into the Trump administration's demands. Nancy Pelosi, leader of the Democrats in the House of Representatives, along with Chuck Schumer, leader of the Democrats in the Senate, said, "Chuck and I are master negotiators." And again, Mitch McConnell, leader of the Republicans, said that he'll support any deal that the Trump administration and the Democrats agree to. Whatever deal is reached, it will face strong opposition from certain Republicans. But if all the Democrats back this deal and McConnell convinces just a few Republicans to back it, then this should have no problem passing the House and the Senate. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said, "We're going to try to reach an overall agreement by the end of this week so that legislation could then pass next week." So the game plan is to reach an agreement by Friday and to have it voted upon next week. Mnuchin acknowledges that although there is a lot of progress being made through compromises on both sides, they are still very apart on many important issues. The Republicans and Democrats both agreed to a $1,200 second stimulus check. They both agreed to more money for small businesses and the self-employed for a second round of TTV money. They both agreed to the extension of eviction protections. The Democrats are not budging on unemployment benefits. The Democrats, they want to extend it for $600 a week. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said that the Democrats have dug in and are holding firm on $600 a week. The Republicans, they're getting frustrated because President Trump and his administration are basically agreeing with the Democrats. Mitch McConnell, leader of the Republicans, says that he does not want to extend unemployment benefits for $600 a week. President Trump says that he does. Mitch McConnell said that the most important thing in the stimulus package is liability protection. President Trump, he said, liability protection is not one of our priorities. So honestly, it looks like McConnell just gave up, because now he's saying that he's just going to go along with anything that the Trump administration agrees on. The Republicans, they've also now increased their offer for the extension of unemployment benefits from $200 a week to $500 a week. This is from Senator Lindsey Graham's proposal. That's the current status of the stimulus package between the Republicans and the Democrats and the Trump administration. Let's take a look at the COVID-19 news. COVID-19 cases are now slowly back on the rise, past 50,000 daily cases. This is still below the previous highs of more than 7,000 daily cases. Taking a look at schools.
I'm going to shower, Kumari. Na 10 minutes na shower pannuva.
Complete remote learning until early
Na 10
November.
minutes na shower
At
pannuva.
that point, the situation will be reassessed for in-classroom learning. A
Adoni
superintendent
ko
of
panidu
Arizona
pona.
said that if schools reopen, more teachers will die.
Okay, fine, but
And more and more cities and districts are opting for remote learning. This is despite Dr. Fauci and the CDC saying that schools should reopen for in-classroom learning. The CDC director, Dr. Robert Redfield, testified to Congress and said that it's in the public health's best interest for K-12 students to get back into face-to-face learning. There's significant public health consequences of school closure. Certainly there is safety concerns for teachers, which is acknowledged by both sides of the arguments. President Trump, he said that older teachers should wait out the pandemic before returning to work in the classroom. That's the news for today. Please subscribe, and I'll keep you updated. I'll save you some time, and I'll give you any advice when I'm there. Thank you so much, and please stay safe.
Aggressively social distance when possible and maintain strict hygiene. The state encouraged mask use in crowded public places, especially when social distancing is not possible. The governor also exercised his discretion to restrict capacity at indoor locations to limit the possibility of super spreading. It's a big thing. My administration surged treatments. We got them a lot of treatments and therapies to the state, including nearly 70,000 vials of remdesivir, enough to treat over 11,000 patients, and it's been very successful, I might add. My administration also delivered PPE and point-of-care testing to over 100 Arizona nursing homes. In total, the federal government has provided massive amounts of masks and equipments and gowns, and you know some of those numbers. But Arizona was a very big beneficiary, and they very much really appreciated. More than 1,000 National Guard and medical personnel have also been deployed in Arizona, and they've really helped. They've been terrific, and I want to thank them. They have been brave and brilliant, combination of both. We also supported our tribal communities. The tribal communities were hit very, very hard. Governor Ducey and I personally delivered rapid testing systems to the Navajo Nation, which has been really in originally bad shape and now getting better and very, very quickly. The Navajo Nation now has one of the highest levels of testing per capita anywhere in the world. We really worked very hard on the tribal areas, and in particular, in this case, the Navajo Nation. They've done incredibly well. Overall, Arizona has conducted over 1.1 million tests, more than the entire nations of Japan, Mexico, and Switzerland. Arizona's per capita testing is higher than Germany, South Korea, France, and Canada. And tribal governments in Arizona have received nearly $1.3 billion for the coronavirus relief fund. Meanwhile, outdoor dining, limited indoor dining, and most of the other businesses in Arizona have remained open and very vibrant. They're doing incredibly well. This is an approach, and it's an approach that's been incredibly successful. Arizona has been able to protect high-risk populations and quickly bring its outbreak under control without the need to impose overly punitive measures. Thanks to advances in treating the virus, the fatality rate across all age groups in Arizona is very low. Arizona's scientific and data-driven strategy also preserved hospital capacity, ensuring that those who need care were able to receive it and receive it immediately, very quickly. At the peak, approximately 15% of beds remained available statewide. That was at that peak, with roughly 20% of all occupied beds going to patients hospitalized with the virus. They kept other things going. They kept other forms of operations going. They kept elective surgery going. Did a really amazing job. Today, only 6% of the current hospitalizations in the state are related to the China virus. Arizona has also demonstrated success in protecting the state's African American population. Only 5% of patients hospitalized were African American, and African Americans represent just 2% of all deaths from the virus. As it has worked to contain its outbreak, Arizona has also been formulating a plan to get children safely back to school as soon as possible. We want our schools open all over the country. We want our schools open. Arizona's worked very hard on this, and they're doing very well. The Department of Education is providing Arizona schools with $625 million. They're working very hard, and that's in conjunction with CARES funding. My administration is actively working with other states in the same way we worked with Arizona. In recent weeks, members of the coronavirus task force have visited over 15 states to encourage them to follow our path forward, including Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, Indiana, and Ohio. And I'll be going to Ohio tomorrow. I look forward to it very much. It's a great place and a great state with an excellent governor, and we look forward to being there tomorrow. Next week, Dr. Burke, we'll be visiting Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. And also, I believe they're trying to get in West Virginia, a great place, a great state, and I'm sure that will happen because we'd like it to happen. They'd like to see her. So we're going to try very hard to get the doctor to West Virginia in addition to those states to deliver aggressive, tailored, and targeted guidance. The strategy we're taking to these states will protect those at highest risk while allowing others at a lower risk to safely resume work and school. If we do this successfully, it can be really something incredible because we're talking about a lot of states. We're talking about many, many states. It's really great to see also that Florida, we're coming down, it's coming down, and pretty substantially in many locations. And even Miami is starting to come down. Miami was hit very hard. California likewise, and Texas likewise coming down, and really starting to be a substantial amount of reduction. It recognizes that prolonged lockdowns impose a wide range of serious public health threats, including higher levels of suicide, drug overdoses, and other significant health harms resulting from the depression that we talked about, social isolation, economic hardship. It's been very tough for those people that are put in a lockdown position for too long. It really has been a very tough and harmful situation for many people. The fact is that these harms are not measured daily here or abroad. It makes them really a very serious threat because people don't know exactly what they are and how bad they are. But I think they're very bad. Going forward, we must continue to remain vigilant in shielding the elderly and those with underlying conditions. Approximately half of all deaths have occurred in nursing homes and long-term care facilities, which is an incredible number and statistic if you think about it. I also urge Americans to help us stop the spread of the virus, practice good hygiene, socially distance, avoid large crowds, and wear a mask where distancing is not possible. It's a patriotic thing to do. If you are sick, isolate yourself, especially from high-risk family members and friends. So important. Isolate yourself from high-risk family members and friends. You're not feeling well. Together, we will defeat the virus and emerge from this safer and stronger than ever. Thanks to the robust federal action in partnership with state and local leaders, new cases of the virus are declining in 80% of the jurisdictions, which is an incredible number. And the overall test positivity rate has declined by 8% since last week. 0 states have seen outbreaks get worse since yesterday, so 0 states. We're also continuing to make progress in the development of a vaccine. This is something so important. Also, therapeutics are on the front burner.
No, I have a printer
We're having
executive.
tremendous, I think we'll let
But
you
I
know
just
very
need a
soon,
reason to
long
see
before
it.
the end of the year. We're having tremendous success on therapeutics.
I just need a
tremendous
reason to
success
see.
on vaccines, and we're ready to
Executive,
deliver them
I just
literally
need
as
a
soon as
reason
they're
to see
okay.
it.
This morning, my administration approved $1 billion for Johnson & Johnson, who's been working very hard, and they have something very special to manufacture and distribute 100 million doses of the China virus vaccine as soon as one is available. And again, we think that's going to be soon, and we think we're going to have the vaccines before the end of the year, maybe long before the end of the year. Finally, today I'm pleased to announce that the Department of Justice
Executive, did you see my email?
Email.
Yes, I sent you an email to print me something for an Amazon return label. I have a printer at home. I printed the 2 other things, but I just need a reason to, come see you, so.
You did not email me. Oh. You did not email me anything.
Wait, what? I could have swore.
You got no emails.
Are you sure? Hold on.
Bobby, it's cloudy today. So if you're coming over, you might want to come early.
Yeah, I'm leaving right now. I'm driving there, so.
Okay, you have a mask?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, cool.
Well, I got a new one now. Oh, you'll see it. I don't want to describe it. You'll see it.
Okay.
Okay, wait, hold on. Stay on the phone so, I know for sure I sent it to you.
Okay.
Okay, return label instructions. Andreas1D at gmail.com.
That's me.
Okay, check it now. It says your message has been sent.
I got it.
Okay, wow. I can't believe it happened so instantly. Like, I get it goes at the speed of light, but Jesus.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta try to open it. Hold on. How you doing? How's everyone doing? You good?
Yeah, we're just, I'm gonna go pick up my iPad today. I just fixed it up and everything. So I'm gonna go pick up the iPad and then I'm gonna come to your house. I'm gonna beat you in some Gamoku. Then we're gonna play some, what do they call it? Brawl Stars. And then I'm gonna go back home.
Alright.
Alright, I'll see you in like 30 minutes.
Alright, call me here.
Alright, bye.
Alright, bye.
Kumari Sensei! Kumari Sensei. Hey, Kumari, I don't need it. I don't need to get it philosophical predictions. No. Look, you don't know what. Now I'm good. I'm good with the dinner one. Kalunga, moms.